shout out to Africa. Shout out to all of the countries in Africa.
Huge supporters too, man.
Yeah,
Shout
we got a lot of love and a lot of support in Africa. We've charted on some of the top charts in a variety of different countries, everywhere from Kenya to Zimbabwe to
Ghana.
South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, all over Africa. We've been on the top charts at some point in time. So, you know, a lot of people, we have a lot of listeners in UK and all over, and they like, you know, we love your content, but some of the stuff that you're saying is only, a lot of stuff you're saying is only based upon American point of view. And that would make sense because we're from America. Yeah. But being that the world is our oyster, and we have supporters and listeners all over the world, we can't just focus only on where we live. So one of the goals for this year was to broaden the horizon and to get entrepreneurs and talk about content from all over the world. And, you know, COVID actually was a blessing in that regard because it helped us actually get on our virtual wave. Yeah. And that obviously helped with getting some content. So I put it on Instagram a few weeks ago, like, you know, we want to do some entrepreneurs in Africa. Who should we reach out to? And we got hit up. A lot of people hit us up like, you should reach out to this person, that person, this person. And one of the most requested people was John Obidi. Did I say that correct?
Yeah, you did.
All right. And so I looked on his page, and he had a nice following. I loved his content. He it looked real good. His page looked real good. I did a research on him, so I reached out to him, and I'm like, you know, would you be interested in having a conversation? He hit me right back, like, yeah. And then when I spoke, it was even better because he actually was already a listener of the podcast. So I always like that.
That makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it's always good to have guests that already are familiar with the platform, so we don't have to explain it. They already kind of know. So I'm like, this is dope. So John is a superstar entrepreneur out of Nigeria. He's an author. He is an international speaker. He's a social media influencer. He's the founder of Headstart Africa. He just hosted the largest virtual summit in Africa. 15,000 people were on that. He does everything. He's an online business consultant, teaches kids how to achieve success. He's a
programmer, web developer,
a little bit of everything. He's everything.
we got everything, John. We got everything that you've done, man.
So this is going to be a dope conversation. We're going to talk about a lot of the virtual stuff, tech stuff. Tech is real big in Nigeria, and we're going to talk about, of course, the content of Africa, Nigeria. We're going to talk about economics, all kinds of stuff. So I'm very excited to have this conversation. I'm sure Troy is as well. So, John, first and foremost, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So yeah, John, let's get into it. First and foremost, like I said, we are extremely excited about this episode. So, founder of Headstart Africa, right? And so I did some research. So, Headstart is actually it's a big thing. So, what is Headstart Africa?
Headstart Africa is a mentoring platform. It's different things to different people, but it started off as a mentoring platform where I brought a couple of my colleagues to teach Africans about business and personal development. So I started that in 2016. It is a Facebook group. Right now it's about 140,000 members, mostly Nigerians, and then a lot of Africans, and then some sprinklings from all around the world. So there we host our webinars, and we teach on everything on personal development, lifestyle, and business. So that's what it is. But we also have other expressions like our podcasts, our videos, our interviews. We have a program called Night School that holds every Friday. So it's basically about business and personal development. And we have other people on the Facebook group there also contributing about what it's like to achieve success in Africa.
All right. So that's interesting because, I did some research, and like I said, I was watching a couple of your YouTube videos. So one of the things that you spoke about in Africa specifically is the lack of infrastructure. And when it comes to the internet, and you made an interesting comparison. It's like you said, for people living in America, the internet is like the ocean. But for people in Africa, the internet is like a bottle of water. So that was very interesting. Can you explain what you meant by that?
All right. So in Nigeria specifically, so most people use internet in a limited way. So you have to buy like data plans of 1 gigabyte, 2 gigabytes, 20 gigabytes. And so most people use the internet with a concept of scarcity, like this can run out. But in other countries, like in the West, it's mostly unlimited, especially when you have fiber optic and so on. So it's unlimited there, but here it's mostly limited. Only like the top 0.5% of people are able to afford unlimited internet access.
Yeah, so even with the internet access, a lot of times people get blocked from viewing things, which is something that I discovered when doing the research on you. What's the theory behind that?
Okay, okay. I think I knew where you got that from, one of my TV interviews. So this thing I call the third world fence, right? And so it's this invisible fence where the third world is kept behind this border, and so we cannot actively participate in certain activities online. So there are some websites we cannot visit because people assume that a lot of fraud emanates from third world countries. And so there's some websites that we cannot visit, some services we cannot access, like PayPal. Now, you'd be shocked that in Nigeria, we cannot receive money through PayPal, but we can pay, but we cannot receive money through PayPal. We cannot use Stripe and most of the top tier payment processors. So that's one of the areas of the third world fence. Also, Nigerian cars are just not accepted on a lot of websites. So we have to figure out a number of workarounds just to exist on the internet. So that's what I call the third world fence. And yeah, we got to keep on moving. So we find ways to get around them. Yeah.
So you what do you use? You have your own like Nigerian payment system instead of Stripe or PayPal? Like you have your own one in Nigeria? Like what do you guys use?
Yeah, we have Nigerian payment systems. We've got Paystack, we've got Flutterwave. Those are the two biggest ones in Nigeria. They do a pretty good job, but it's not quite as expansive as, say, a PayPal or a Stripe. So sometimes a bank in maybe the United States might encounter our local payment system, Paystack, and just not honor the transaction. Occasionally that happens. But, we make do with what we have while we seek better options.
No, that's dope. I think, like I said, I mean, it's important for people because we don't really, a lot of times, especially in America, we just get caught in our own bubble. So we don't really even, think about like how different it could be for somebody in a different country. And it's like we run our business and we use PayPal and Stripe, and we can collect payments from all over. So if we was not able to use PayPal or Stripe, and then especially like you say, I mean, in Nigeria it might not be a problem, but if you're collecting money from people in America or in different countries, then that could be an issue. And it's like now you gotta try to find other alternatives to kind of collect money.
Like, even in doing the research for this, it was like it made me realize how much we take for granted, right? Like me sending a video to Shadi, that's not even a thought, but what somebody in Nigeria or in a third world, quote unquote third world country, it's like I don't have enough data. I might not be able to send that to you. You know what I'm saying? Like these things don't come to mind when I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
So, but how do we define third world though? Because I don't want to use that term. I mean, I don't know. You probably would, know better than me, but it seems like a derogatory word term. Like, what's defined by third world? Just a lack of infrastructure, or?
Well, originally, I think the first world, second, and third world originally started from the Cold War a long time ago. Yeah. So I think first world countries were allies of the United States. Second world were, I think, allies of the Soviet Union. And I think third world were in between. But over time, the meaning evolved to mean developing or underdeveloped countries.
Okay.
Yeah, but the initial meaning of first, second, and third world was relating to what alignment the different countries had during the Cold War. So
in Nigeria, though, speaking about Nigeria, because we've heard different things about Nigeria. We've had a few different guests from Nigeria. And so can you kind of just paint the picture for Nigeria for people that are not in Africa? Because it's an interesting country. It's the seventh most populated country, I believe, in the world. 200 million people. The most populated black country in the world. It's the wealthiest country sub-Saharan desert, I believe, in Africa.
Sub-Saharan Africa.
Sub-Saharan Africa, the wealthiest country. It has one of the highest oil reserves in the world. I think like in the top 7. It has the richest black person in the world,
Spoke about him.
Alike
Yeah.
Dangote. We spoke about him. So it has a lot of things. It seems like it has gone for us, and it has a strong tech community. A lot of people are interested in tech. But obviously there's challenges as well, obviously. So yeah, can you kind of just, did I get that right on the things that I said?
Yeah, that was correct. That was correct.
Okay.
That was correct. So Nigeria is such a great land of opportunity. And I think we have one of the largest populations of young people in the world. So a lot of the business transactions are dominated by tech. So there's a lot of tech businesses going on. There's a lot of tech entrepreneurs. There's a lot of startups. So the startup scene is really big. And a lot of Nigerians are really hungry for knowledge. So we are very aspirational people. Nigerians are always trying to get better at something. So the knowledge business is booming in Nigeria. People buy courses. People are always getting training. I mean, it's my industry. I do a lot of trainings and workshops, and I play in the space. So Nigerians buy a lot of courses, engage in a lot of training, personal development, business, online marketing, and not just from Nigerian trainers. Nigerians know a lot of American authors and speakers and course creators. So we learn a lot of content from even the American space and the Nigerian space. So it's a huge market. And so if anyone were to be considering new markets for their products, I mean, Nigeria is such a blue ocean, right? So like in America, you might have a lot of speakers and some niches might be saturated. But if you're targeting a country like Nigeria and you have something that can really give people value, teach them a skill that could change their lives, this is a fantastic market. So this is one of the ways that Nigeria is a great opportunity. There are other sectors, but I can really speak mostly about the sector that I play in, and that's the online space, technology, and we are really booming there. So also open to collaborations, because I mean we're having this Skype conversation now, and it's not an obstacle. Distance is not a barrier. There's a lot of people just like me who are doing fantastic work on Instagram, on the internet, doing webinars, selling knowledge, and it's a really great time to be a Nigerian.
So, I mean, that's interesting that you said that the population is so young. When I looked at the median age, it was 18. I'm like, that's 18 years old. That's crazy. So, like, you live in Lagos, but you're not from Lagos, right? Can you explain, because I know it's a population of 9 million people, which is pretty much like New York City. Can you explain what Lagos is to Nigeria for people who have no idea what it is?
Yeah, so Lagos is the tech capital of Nigeria. So it's a lot like New York. It's fast-paced, a huge business community, a lot of hustle. So if anyone were to be trying to look for the most vibrant business community in Nigeria, that would be Lagos. Abuja is the official capital, but Lagos used to be the capital a long time ago. But I think that was before I was born. But now Abuja is the capital, but Lagos still retains that economic stronghold. So the economy of Nigeria is largely tied to Lagos. It's got such a vibrant business population, a lot of things going on here. So this is the place to be. If you're considering doing business in Nigeria, especially regarding tech, this is the place to be.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.